Hello everyone, and you're very welcome to join me for today's reading, a pick a card or pick a deck tarot love reading for the Leo season for singles. So, thank you for joining me. My name is Finbar. This is Inspired Life channel, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you're a follower, well, you're more than welcome. It's great to meet you again. So, we're in the Leo season, or coming into it. So, I want to do a reading, a 6-card reading in terms of, it's a love reading for singles, what may be happening for you in this Leo season. And I'll just ask you to focus on these cards as usual. So I have my amethyst on deck number 1, my clear quartz on deck number 2. And I ask you just take a moment, maybe just take a good deep breath, just breathe in deeply. Hold. And breathe out completely. Just allow your intuition, allow your innermost mind to guide you to which deck do you feel has the message you need to hear today in terms of love. Okay, if you picked, so I will put a timestamp on the video for if you pick number 2, that will be the second part of the video, and I'll put a timestamp in place. So let's begin with deck number 1. So this is a 6-card read, and we will be beginning with position number 1 is current relationships, or where you're currently at in your own mind with regards to relationships. Card number 2 will be your past relationships, what you have to learn from them, how they have affected you perhaps. Card number 3 is indicative of you and your personality. Card number 4 is typical of the type of person you attract. Okay. Position number 5 is what advice we may have for you, or how we can get a plan in place for a new relationship. And card number 6 is indicative of our future relationship. So let's see what the cards have for us today. So where you're at right now with current relationships, okay, Page of Cups. Cups are all about our emotions, relationships, intuition. And here we have the Page of Cups, which is all about a new path. So this is looking super, super positive already, okay? So you're looking for a new path, you're looking for a new way, and, the cards are saying it's here, okay? Also trust your intuition. This is a card, the fish, and we've Archangel, I think it's Michael, if I'm correct. And there's Gabriel is the angel depicted here. So that's about you trusting your own intuition as well, driving forward with your passions, your emotions, and get that path to open for you. Wow. So previous relationships, past relationships. Okay. This card for me is very, very powerful in terms of relationships, because the Two of Cups is nearly as powerful as the Lovers. I'm tempted to say you had a very, very strong relationship with someone in the past. Perhaps with the if you look at the symbology here, we have literally the Fool and the High Priestess, and she's offering him a chalice. We've got the Tetramorph, which is angelic and divine force and the strength of the line, and two people coming together who have lots and lots to offer each other. So in terms of past relationships, I want to see the overall read, but I'm wondering, although you're ready for a new path, I'm wondering, was that a good person to be with? So let's drop me a comment if it's resonating with you. I want to see the rest of the cards to fill in the picture, but that's for me in terms of your past relations. It may be suggesting that, that was a person that was very, very good for you for whatever reason. It didn't work, but there was lots of potential there. So it may not all be lost. Let's just see the rest of the cards. So number 3 is you, typical of you. Well, I see all the cups here, all emotions for a love reading, with the cards never lie. So position number 3 is you, and I see you as someone who is very, very satisfied in terms of yourself. You're very, very satisfied. You have a fairly enriched life. We have the 9 of Cups here, and the character literally is very satisfied. He's drank from all the cups. Still more to do and more to achieve in your life, and you're aware of that, but things are going okay. That's what I'm picking up there, especially in terms of your emotions. I'm not picking up too much injury, okay? So our healing to me is you're doing quite well in yourself, and you're very satisfied, and you've achieved quite a lot. So position number 4 is typical of the person that you attract. Here we have the 4. So 4 pentacles. Pentacles are about money and career, and the 4s are about stability. So the person you typically attract is very career focused, kind of money focused, very security focused, not really a risk taker. And looking at all the emotions here that you have yourself, you might find that a little bit smothering at times, okay? So maybe that was part of the reason why, there was a lot of positives here. There really was. So maybe that is part of the reason why, you maybe someone's just too focused on work, and too focused on maybe, saving money and money orientated, and just cutting themselves off a little bit from all the love that you have to give. So is there a lesson for you? Is there a lesson to be learned there for you? Security and money is great. It definitely is hugely important in modern lives, but to what extent? Okay, so what is the lesson there for you? Only you know. Is it something you have to come to terms with? Is it something you're always going to find smothering? That's the deep question you have to ask yourself here in terms of that type of individual. Is it the right one for you going forward again? Okay, let's see what advice the tarot may have for you. So, okay, so our advice here we have swords, that all about our thoughts or our thinking. And this 4 of swords is just about really, maybe just take some time out. Okay, and don't be rushing into anything else again. Even though feel you're ready for a new path, and your 9 of Cups here, things are going well. The advice maybe here, just take some time out. Time off your thoughts, rest, and gather yourself. That's that 4 of swords really always means to me. There are, everything is on its way. All is waiting for you, if you look at the symbology here. But at the same time, it's just time for you to just step out, gather yourself, relax your thoughts, and just relax your mind in the interim. Okay? And what we have here in terms of a future relationship, okay, wow, so we have the Chariot. Very, very positive. So the Chariot is a very, very powerful major arcana. It's the first major arcana to show up here. Chariot's about movement. It's also a very successful card, and it's about trusting your intuition, getting into your flow, and it's a huge amount of symbology here for balance. Okay, so from this time out that you need to take for yourself, it's very, very important for you to start to find a balance, trust in your intuition. It's also a card of great success here, so there's definitely a relationship on the way, but it's encouraging you to find a balance in this relationship, and both of you to work towards finding balance. And when that balance is created, there's no harnessing or control. You get into your flow, you move forward, and it's very, very successful. So that's the potential I'm seeing there with the future relationship. It is something that needs to be worked at. Only you know the lesson that needs to be learned here in terms of the typical person that you've been selecting in terms of money and work and security and all that stuff. You make a choice. I'm not here to tell anyone to do anything in particular. In terms of the past relationship, I'm reading. I've asked Spirit to guide me to give the message to people who see this video. If this was a one-on-one, I'd have lots more to say to you about this, because it is indicative that there was a lot of positives to a previous relationship. Maybe there's still a future there. Okay, but irrespective of that card, there's lessons. You're ready for the new path. It's asking you just take some time out, gather your thoughts, but the future is there, and it's very, very positive. The first major arcana is your future relationship, and what you may need to consider working at to make it a long-term relationship in this time, and not make the mistakes that are here. So claim it. If you have any questions, please send them on to me. and I will put a timestamp in place here. But I think that reading is fairly complete, and that's the big lesson to be learned there as well, in terms of what you need to find and what you need to create and work together with to have a long-lasting relationship. So thank you so much. So now, if you pick deck number 2, let's see what message the tarot has for you in this Leo season. So again, position number 1 is where you're at right now, your current relationships. 2 of Cups, beautiful. Okay, I'd wonder, is there a big new beginning already? Here we have the past relationship, the King of Swords. 3 is typical of you, your personality traits. Position number 4 is typical of the person, okay, that you picked. It's the second time that's come up in this position for me today. Okay, the advice going forward. Okay, we have the Tower. Very good. And the 4 of Cups. Okay, for a future relationship. So we've lots of 4s and 2s here. Okay, so let's just see what we can interpret from the tarot message here today. In terms of where you're at right now in current relationship, 2 of Cups here would suggest to me maybe, perhaps, there's a new beginning happening here for you or already. And 2 of Cups here is, for me, the 2 of Cups is nearly as powerful as the Lover's card sometimes, because it really is 2 people together. Look at the symbology here. It's the blending of energies, the blending of skills, and the wonderful future that can be ahead. So I feel there's something budding here for you already. In terms of past relationships, what can we learn from the past relationships, or any cycles of behavior that didn't work, or what we can take from them? Here we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is, typically the swords are all about our thoughts, our intellect, being able to make decisions, communication, very focused and driven. So in terms of the past relationship, maybe I'm just trying to feel what would make sense to you here. Did you feel the person from the past relationships was a little bit over controlling and wanted to make all the decisions and kind of, prevented you from, being yourself to a large degree? Was it just an overpowering character in terms of, always having something to say and just being too direct with you the whole time? And the reason why I'm saying that is that the learning experience for you. And I've asked Spirit to just give me the message for whoever finds this today. If this was a one-to-one, we could have lots of conversation to really find why that is there. But looking at the type of person that you usually attract, we have strength here, so very strong people. So the King of Swords there, what's the lesson to be learned from the previous relationship or cycles? Maybe just a little bit overpowering. Okay, so please comment if that resonates with you. But I just see that as maybe the learning, the message here that the tarot has for us today. In terms of you, I see you as the 4 of Pentacles. So you're hardworking, you're diligent, you love the Pentacles are all about a career, money, and success. That's all very, very important to you. You like the stability that brings you, and you really cherish that. So you're career focused and orientated. You love your security. You're not afraid of work, and know how to mind your money. I think that's typical. That's the card that's representing you there. If that resonates, again, the person you generally attract. We have this, this strength card here, and I'm thinking, are they obviously they're strong characters, but the fact that we're reading here for singles and what's happening, are they too strong for you? And has that King of Swords been just an overbearing character for you? So is that the lesson that the tarot is asking you to consider here? Okay. Moving on to what advice the tarot that has for you here with the Tower. Okay, in terms of advice, the Tower here is about, it can be about sudden changes. It can also be about You know, it's about things getting knocked down, the old status quo being eliminated, and an opportunity for rebirth. So I'm wondering, and because this tarot here, and it can be about, you know, an unexpected change. So and it's also can be like a burst of inspiration for you, not something that's done to you, but you know, a real sort of surge of intuition and intellect that changes instantly how you've been thinking and feeling about things. So maybe this message here for this tower is to allow that change to happen. You know, it's about snapping out of old patterns of behavior and look for that burst of inspiration, and trust your own intellect to guide you to just make changes, maybe more quickly than you had before, because a tower is usually just about tearing down the old to allow the new to begin, or just something rapidly coming in that field that changes a situation, along with, and if you think about it, a burst of inspiration or, you know, determination could really create the same changes. So in terms of advice there, it's about, you know, just maybe knock down the old, let go of the old, and go with your inspiration. And in terms of a future relationship, here we have Four of Cups. Again, cups are about our emotions, our intellect, what we're looking for in a relationship. There's an element of stagnation here and a little bit of boredom. Okay, so you know, I'm not feeling, to be honest with you, that, you know, it's just gonna, the future relationship is gonna blow you away. That there are very, very positive elements coming into your life, but as you can see here, the character doesn't see the hand that's coming to them. Okay, so maybe the message here is to, because I do feel there's a budding relationship here, is it's not to get too, sometimes we can get a little bit bored, and sometimes we can't see the wood from the trees. Okay, so there is an awful lot of potential here, and it's up to you to look over the edge of that box to really appreciate what's been handed to you there. If you look at the symbology, we have this hand and all the beautiful colors that radiate from it, and we've lots and lots of abundance here. You have plenty of cups already, but you're just not really recognizing it. Okay, so maybe the message here is to really sort of be very, very, just open your senses, open your eyes, be appreciative of what you have, and don't miss the gifts that are coming your way as well. So keep an eye on that for your future relationship. Maybe don't be comparing it to past ones, and be very, very open to what you have. I think this needs another card. Let's just take another card, and here we have, wow, the Hierophant. Okay, so it would suggest that the Hierophant is about, you know, if you look at the stairs of ascension here, it's about improving yourself. It's about spending time in your own personal, individual, and spiritual development. And I feel this new relationship, considering the hand coming forward here, could significantly help you in your own development. And both of you, that's something both of you can beautifully work towards, because this person is trying. Okay, trying. The hand is out, the cup is out, so it's really trying to build this bond with you. And maybe both of you working together is going to be a beautiful co-creative experience, where both of you can really sort of ascend within your own lives and within your own relationship. So I see that all is very, very positive. I hope there's a learning lesson there for you, and the type of individual that maybe, you know, a little bit of an Achilles heel for you. My overall feeling here is that the tarot, the message is, don't be afraid to take that burst of inspiration. There's beautiful things are on the way. Stay open to them, because there's a big learning experience there. But, you know, it's about your own ascension, the Hierophant, about your own spiritual journey, and you know, in a co-creative experience that would be beautiful to form together. So I hope that rings true. Drop me a comment, claim it, and and I hope to see you in the very next video. Thank you.